You know, at the end of the day, when I look at it, you can realize that there's a lot of things that you can share about giving you the reason for not succeeding in life. But it all comes down to what do you do with it. And I think about one of our South African heroes, Chad Clos, and what he achieved. You know, I was really privileged to have written his autobiography and worked with him and his parents as well in getting that out, and it was really a great experience. And you know what encouraged me to get Chad's story out in print form was that so that we could all learn from it, because he had many excuses not to do well at the London 2012 Olympics. That's where he won the gold medal in the 200-meter butterfly. I mean, he had such a tiring run in to that finals. You know, he had so many other races to compete in. He wasn't in the best of situations as well. His mum had cancer, and that is an absolute devastating factor towards it. You know, so mentally he may not have been in the right frame of mind because of knowing that your mum had cancer and all of the challenges with that there. And then, I mean, he was up against the world's best butterfly swimmer, Michael Phelps. I mean, that guy was unbeatable. You know, the two Olympics before that, 2004 in Athens, 2008, I think it was Beijing. He was the champion. He won that. And now 2012 London Olympics, he's never lost a final in that Olympics. And Chad was up against him, and you know, Chad could have made excuses, but he didn't. You know, because when you look at the book, when you look at Chad's story, he had a plan, and he worked the plan. And you know, when you work the plan, you know what happens? The plan begins to work for you. And him and his coach sat down together. And I want to be your coach through those examinations. And I want to help you get through, because this is not going to be the last message, because there's going to be more messages that I'm going to put out there to encourage you, to help you, to make you realize that you can achieve your dreams, you can achieve your goals if you choose to never give up. And here was Chad on the Olympic stage, the world stage, the final of the 200-meter butterfly. And you know, the plan that he had worked with his coach was such that they knew that Michael Phelps, he blew away his opponents, in the first 3 laps, because he was so powerful. And in the last lap, when he turned for home, Phelps probably just glided in because he was so far ahead of the field. So Chad's plan with his coach was to analyze Michael Phelps's races and look at how, you know, he strategized, and they had to break it down into segments. And they knew that Chad had to stay alongside Michael Phelps, just off his shoulder. That was the plan. Stay off his shoulder and, you know, get to the place where in the last lap, when they turned for home, the 4th lap of the 200-meter butterfly, Chad had to just swim up and accelerate and go past him. Easy. I mean, you and I could have done that. Not so. Because in having the plan, Chad and his coach knew that in order for Chad to get up to that strength, to that stamina, to that speed, to swim along Michael Phelps, it took hard work. And this is why in Chad's book, at the very beginning, when he dedicates the book to you, the youth of South Africa, he says that the only place that success comes before hard work, the only time that success comes before work is in the dictionary. Because, you know, you got to put in the hard work. You got to put in the training. You got to put in the studying. Because that's the only time you're going to get success. So you got to make sure that you put that in. And that's what Chad did. And when you look at the race, I'm gonna show that race to you, and you'll see him. You know, when he turned for home, he was a bit back from Michael Phelps. And Chad says he looks left, he looks right, and you know what? I had secured 3rd position, which is not bad. I mean, that's a bronze medal. The first time that Chad had taken part in the Olympics, bronze medal. Hey, that's good enough for you and I. But Chad says, you know what? That's not why I had trained so hard and so long for. I didn't train so hard for this bronze medal. I needed to put the plan into action. And then Chad says that, you know, as he turned for home, he realized that he started getting closer to Michael Phelps. He started swimming faster. Why? Because of muscle memory. And what is muscle memory? Muscle memory is instinct. You know, when you train hard enough and long enough in something, it becomes automatic. And he starts to accelerate. And then he realizes, hey, you know what? I'm getting closer to Michael Phelps. I'm getting closer to him. Maybe I've got a chance. Maybe I got a chance. And then he starts remembering his coach's words of advice to him. Chad, focus, focus. And as he starts getting closer, working the plan, and the plan starting to work for him, he stretches out his hand and he beats Michael Phelps by 0.05 seconds. And the message behind that is, it's not so much how you start, it's how you finish. And I want you to finish strong. 2020 hasn't started off well. And as I've mentioned, there's many reasons we can give for not succeeding at this examinations or in all of 2020. But you know what? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And you know what can we take away from that? Again, the main point, finish strong. We can make excuses about how we started 2020, but you know what? Finish strong. In the book, in Chad's book, I write down 3 key aspects to finishing strong. Number 1, never fear. Facing one of the greatest Olympians of all times, Michael Phelps, Chad was fearless and confidence propelled him to succeed. His confidence in himself, his confidence in his preparation and planning. Because number 2, planning. From 12 years of age, Chad's goal was to win the gold medal at the Olympics and beat his hero Michael Phelps. With his coach, they put together a plan and he worked the plan, and as you saw in that video, the plan worked for him. Number 3, finish strong. I've spoken a lot about that, and I just want to close with this here, that Chad pushed all the way to the end. I mean, you saw that. He was so far off. You heard the commentator even saying, wow, Chad Leclos is so far back. But he held on to his vision, and he didn't let anything stop him from pursuing it. I want to close with this last saying. You start to make excuses when you take your eyes off your goal. So don't make excuses. Keep your eye on the goal. I'm Myan Subrayan, reminding you and telling you once again that you are an overcomer. God bless you.